let's just go to Alvarez real quick because we touched on him a little bit there. Uh, just these numbers that they were showing throughout the broadcast about the Mets' success with Francisco Alvarez in the lineup, record-wise, but also pitching-wise, the staff ERA is a lot lower compared to when they were throwing the Narvaez or Nito. The sample size is still a little small with Luis Torrens because he's only been here for just 3 weeks or so. And you could say the sample size is a little bit small with Alvarez too because of his IL stint or whatever. But there is a bit of a drastic difference when they flash those numbers up on the screen. What do you think is the difference when Francisco Alvarez is catching compared to any of the other three guys the Mets have thrown out there this year?
I think we saw a prime example last uh, outing from Sean Manaea before this outing yesterday. That moment where Manaea threw a fastball and they wanted the fastball up and it bleed down the middle, and you saw how Alvarez responded to that. And I think that's definitely works for pitchers to see a guy who's so enthusiastic and really wants to uh, really wants the pitchers to do well and have their back. It seems like a catcher who has their pitchers back, and it's not that the other guys don't have that, but you have a youth and enthusiastic feel with Alvarez behind the plate. Tough English stuff sometimes, Andrew. Um, and also, I think if you watch how Francisco Alvarez receives, um, I think he steals some strikes now and then, and we gotta talk about Wednesday, which doesn't matter who was behind the plate in that game because that home plate umpire was just awful all around. So I don't think framing anything really made a difference in that Wednesday game. Um, so yeah, you can see how maybe one strike here and there can change an at bat, and um, if you get more of those strikes with Alvarez receiving the ball well, it does help. It does help your ERA. It helps in every at bat. 2-1 and 1-2 is a big difference.
Yeah, I think you're right in the fact that maybe Alvarez is a little bit more demonstrative behind the plate with the example you said of in the Padres game. They wanted that high fastball, but I didn't get it high, and he gave him that get it up
Yeah,
kind of motion with his hand, and then the next pitch, Manai got it up there, right where exactly where they wanted it to be. So I think that's always good to see from a catcher.